Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today, we got a video here. 10 guilty convicts reacting to life sentences. We'll get right into this. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment what you think down below. Let's go.
I love you, Mom! No! Mom, no! No! That's what you get! That's what you get! I hope you burn in hell!
And count 4, life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Police say his mother, Deirdre, was on the phone with her mother early Friday when he attacked her.
A life sentence is the worst punishment you can receive as a human being, as you will be forced to live the rest of your life in confined walls, and people don't react well when the judges take the rest of their lives away.
Actually, I really didn't. I really think I did that. I didn't mean to hurt him.
Today we're counting 10 convicts reacting to life sentences. This first video shows two women collapsing to the ground after reacting to their life sentences, even though they are 100% deserved of what was coming to them. These two women were convicted for the death of a 3-year-old girl. They were...
Oh my god, what the heck? Why would you take... What did that 3-year-old do to deserve to have its life taken from you two pieces of shit? You didn't think you were gonna get life. All these people are gonna deserve life. But the reactions tell our story where people are just always in shock when they take a life and are shocked that they get put to life. Y'all deserve it. You two deserve for taking the life of a 3-year-old.
guilty of beating the toddler to the point of death. So if that isn't worth a life sentence, I'm not sure what is.
They absolutely deserve a life sentence. They deserve it. Put them under the jail. Don't even put them in the jail. Put them under it. Put them 12 feet under the jail.
The State Department of Corrections for a period of life. You will get credit for any of the time that you served.
Hold on. Can we go back? Can you? I want to show something. This girl's smiling. This girl's beady little smile. Do you see this? I'm trying to get a good shot of it. Right there. You can't get a good shot of it because it's so quick before she turns around. This girl's big ass grin on her face is really disturbing to me, not gonna lie. I'm gonna assume that's their family. The people convicted family will always react and believe that they didn't deserve it, or their mistake, this is BS, or they deserve a second chance and thing. You took the life of a 3-year-old. You have there's no forgiveness for that.
This team was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for beating an elderly woman to death after burglarizing her house. He is also...
What? So you break into this woman's house, you take everything probably from her, as much valuables as you can. She's an elderly woman. She was no threat to you. Yet you choose to beat the elderly woman to death? What the fuck is wrong with you?
also been accused before of sexually assaulting his sister and many other people, but instead...
Oh, you deserved. You look like a... You look like someone who'd do something like that. You deserve to go to jail for that.
Instead of acting all emotional, he acts extremely calmly to this punishment. Probably a little bit too comfortably, as he is seen actually falling asleep, not once, but twice during this sentencing.
With a chuckle, a laugh, and yawn after yawn, David Moses acted strangely at
You deserve to go to... Acting strangely? He's just an absolute heartless, remorseless bastard who does no remorse for his actions. That's not strange. That's just messed up. But it's not strange. It's not like you don't know why he's acting this way. It's easy to figure out.
his sentencing this morning, appearing to fall asleep in his chair not once, but twice, suffered physical, verbal, and emotional abuse growing up, leading to a lengthy criminal history, including sexually assaulting his sister, then a developmentally disabled cousin, and 7 other children while...
Oh my god, this guy is just the most fucked up human being you can find. This man is the most fucked up human being you can find. I hope he gets killed in jail.
he was in a group home, while Sessions' family said they hope to one day see her again in heaven.
This next defendant lashes out after he has been accused of torturing and murdering a 4-year-old, with accusations of putting the child in an ice-cold bath with freezing cold water and beating the toddler before brutally murdering the young child. The defendant then tries to fight his restraints.
All of these are gonna make me lose my mind. So this guy put this child in a freezing cold ice bath, then beat and murdered the child after. Fuck this dude.
In a stupid attempt to actually attack the judge for mentioning all of...
Oh, these officers want to fight him. Look at this guy. Tell me this guy does not want to punch, like, just beat the shit out of this dude. Tell me this guy in the glasses does not want to hit this dude as hard as he can. You can tell the look in his face. He wants to so badly.
these accusations. The guards hold him back, obviously.
The bruises, some of the bruises were in the shape of a belt buckle.
Man, I ain't gonna let you, I ain't gonna let you sit here and say no crazy shit about me, man. No, man, because he's saying shit he don't even know, man.
Sir, the testimony showed that you put this child and other child in a shower with ice cold water. Anybody says anything back there,
This next defendant set up a...
Okay, this is a like, hold on. So I know with this, unless I'm wrong. So let's go back to this, because this is a shitty angle. The guy here never stood a chance of getting away. Actually never stood a chance because of the fact of how this went. Like, he was held very tightly by his chains. Now, they had a guy there who wanted to beat his ass. This guy had no chance of getting away.
This next defendant set up a meet online in a dating app, which led to a robbery.
This wasn't a life sentence, though. Like, unless I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure she was sentenced here to 20 years, which isn't life because she's a teenager, and this one was, and then it was reduced because of miscommunication. But either way, this was never a life sentence. She was never sentenced to life for what happened.
And the unfortunate death of the victim involved. It's obvious this girl was way in over her head, but the law is the law, and she will have to serve the time for this crime that ended in a young man's death. Her reaction shows the girl calling for her mother, and her mother literally breaking down in tears after her daughter is ultimately convicted and given a life sentence.
See, now this one's a lie. I know what this is. This girl was sentenced to 20 years. The first was she was never given a life sentence. I know this because I've watched this scene in court cam, the A&E show. They were never sentenced to 20. She was never sentenced to life. So this is a lie. It's a very emotional scene. Unfortunately, it does not... She never received a life sentence, so this one's just a lie for the context of the video. It is a sad reaction of what happened, because they were given the impression by her lawyer that if she pleaded guilty, it would mean no jail time, which was never the case. And because of that, they redid the, they had to redo the trial and she got a lesser sentence. So it wasn't 20 years, I think it was like 11 or 15 or something, like 11 years, something like that. But like, she was never once given a life sentence.
Meet Jaleel Hoskins, the man that killed a mother of 5 and disposed of her body in a trash can. When Jaleel's sentence was announced, he throws the podium to the floor and has to be muscled out of the room in a chokehold position. His mother can also be heard saying she loves her son despite the disgusting crime that he has actually committed and is guilty of.
The part I hate with these, and is I think it even happened here, is when the family of the killer gets mad at the family of the victim. You'll see this happen, where the family of the person, like, they'll get mad at the people and start yelling shit at the people for the victim. They're not the one who took the fucking life. Don't get mad at them. Get mad at your own fucking family member who decided to take the life of another human being. Like this. Who you get mad at? You're the one that, your fucking stupid ass son or whatever it is, the one that took a life. What are you getting mad at them for? It's because they scream you got a right to burn in hell? She fucking does. He took the life of a person.
This next defendant killed a man in an attempted robbery. The single bullet that killed the 43-year-old family man also cost Jekyll his life. He says in the video that he is ready for his punishment and apologizes to the mother for breaking her heart and is ready to serve the punishment that he deserves.
I want to take time out to apologize to the family and say I'm sorry for what I did. I know it was wrong. Now I'm here to take my punishment for what I did. I want to apologize to my mom and say I'm sorry for what I did. Really better than that. I'm sorry for breaking your heart.
This millionaire defendant.
That one, that's a guy, I don't know if he actually has remorse, but I do believe it's guys like this kid who could be redeemed. Now, do they deserve that chance? They took a life. That's not for me to decide. I would say anyone who takes the life probably shouldn't be given the chance. But when you are there, it's hard to say when they're young. But I would say no, they usually don't deserve that chance. But you have a better chance of getting forgiveness from the family when you apologize. And you actually feel it. If you actually are sorry.
I'm sorry for breaking your heart.
This millionaire.
I've seen this one. This one's insane.
Defendant Michael Marin dies after his guilty verdict. When the judge hands him his life sentence, he appears to cover his face and swallow something. Moments afterwards, he dies on the courtroom floor. The autopsy later shows that Michael poisoned himself, as he would rather die than serve a life sentence in prison.
These were the final minutes of Michael Marin's story and life. How he got here.
It is insane what happens here. This man poisons himself because he was going to be given a guilty verdict for attempted, I think, arson, where he set his house on fire and all that, trying to get money out of it.
Here is a tragic and bizarre tale, but before we tell this story, remember this moment. After being found guilty of arson and now facing up to 21 years in prison, Marin covers his face and appears to swallow something. Swallow again. But 8 minutes later, Marin starts convulsing and collapses. Even though it's not been officially determined what killed Michael Marin, it's believed Marin swallowed some type of poison.
This teenager, known as Austin Shymaker,
This little fucker, I know the story of it, took the life of the girl he was dating's child, I believe, when they were left alone, because the child wouldn't stop crying. Am I correct with this?
murdered his girlfriend's little boy after brutally beating him. In the court, he starts crying and controversially starts apologising and say that he didn't mean to hurt the young boy. A lot of people believe he did this to try and shorten his sentence, which didn't work, as he is now serving a life sentence behind bars.
I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot. I didn't mean to kill Austin.
You can't say you didn't mean it because you beat him. When you started beating him, you put his life at risk. When you beat him to the point he died, you deserved everything comes. You deserve a life sentence for that.
See, I really didn't. I really think I did it. I didn't mean to hurt him. I wish I could. I would give my.
You a liar. I don't believe you. You are that guy who wants to try to get sympathy. You don't deserve it. Go rot in jail.
Life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
Austin Smith was completely defenseless. That's a given. But there were other dynamics at work there, including my client's inability to either control his anger or frustration and his inexperience in babysitting.
Based on his short life now, what is to say he won't do this again?
Well, we don't know that. I think it's completely unlikely. It was a situational, circumstantial thing.
I am a 16-year-old blonde. Probably all I have to do is cry in front of the jury, and they're going to feel sorry for me.
That's why I remember. That's why I don't believe him. I remember that line. I'm a 16-year-old blonde. All I have to do is cry, and they're gonna feel sorry for me. You're full of shit. It was your plan all along.
Afterwards, Shoemaker was sentenced to 25 years to life behind bars.
TJ Lane might be familiar to you.
This guy deserves to go to jail for life. When you have a white t-shirt and you put in marker killer and you wear it to court, you deserve life in prison.
But if he's not, let me fill you in like one of those kids' colouring books. He was sentenced to life in prison while wearing a white t-shirt with the simple word killer on it, which shows a complete lack of remorse and shows that he
This guy's a psychopath. That's what this guy is.
Is, if anything, proud of the murders that he's actually committed, which were of 3 high school students. One of their mothers is actually saying how terrible TJ Lane is, all the while TJ Lane is just sitting there smiling away.
Nick is a very kind and loving. Why would you want to hurt him? You don't know kind. You're evil. I will have to eventually forgive you. Otherwise, you will haunt me. You will never, ever be in my thoughts after this. Never. My family will move on, not you. You have ruined your life, not to mention Adam's. He even gave you a ride. Nick even gave you a ride from school. He was thinking about inviting you back to that table because he felt sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
This California teen was sentenced before.
This guy is just a straight psychopath. I honestly believe that.
For freaking out and begging not to go to prison. His family are also emotional, and it is clear that the teenager regrets the crimes he's committed as he literally starts to break down in the courtroom.
No surprise, but what else happened in the courtroom certainly was. Scared of returning to jail, 18-year-old Fernando Salgado begs to get to go home.
Is this the same young man who is sobbing today, the same student who authorities say sodomized another teen with a piece of metal rebar?
What the fuck?
Thanks for watching.
Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought of this video in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all for the next one.